making sure you're getting your worth as a player before you sign the contract. But our grand finals is underway, Ribs. We got Rise Nation versus Ghost Gaming. Funky Bunch Gears Showdown Series Invitational 2v2 featuring the top pros in Gears of War. At this time, we got the instance already being in hands of Avexys, but Shock already looking like he's going to get 2v1. Shock taken out by Sleeafer. Double instance going out. Torque Bow in the hands of Avexys, so we didn't really see so much of the Torque Bow so far on this map, unless he used a couple of clutches that Mental did in match number 1, but now it's Avexys' turn to make it happen.
Ooh, nice Torque Bow. We saw Mental do 1v2 earlier with Torque Bow. I think Torque Bow is one of the best weapons to have in a 1v2. Because you get caught out of cover and someone has an active Torque. Probably one of the most lethal weapons in the game, but Sleeafer continuing where he left off in semifinals, hitting every shotgun shot, winning 1v1s to break ice. Sleeafer, man, he's so good. There was parts of Gears 4 where he was considered the weakest link on this Latin American roster. I would go as far to say where there was parts where he almost got dropped from the roster. It was him and Adverse that were on the chopping block for a long time. Now, Sleeafer in Gears 5, the beginning parts of this game, he's looking to be one of the strongest, most consistent players. Not to mention the best marksman player in the game.
And what a better time to really showcase it than in the finals, the grand finals of this tournament right now. So it does start off just a little bit slow. Players trying to bait out some shots, being able to move forward. Shock versus Sleeafer's this opposition going down towards this top side. Avexys actually going to be able to win those instant. Shock making some cutbacks, making some quick decisions, taking out Sleeafer. Even Monkyz all by his lonesome. Double instant coming out with from Avexys. Unable to connect with a direct instant. But the spread was just too much. There was nowhere for Monkyz to hide. Finally taken out.
Great stuff from Rise Nation, winning that second round. Exactly what I want to see in this finals matchup. Back and forth action. We're here for a 5-map cycle. I don't expect either of these teams to be able to 3-0 sweep the other team. So I hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay, because we're going to have a good amount left of it with the two best teams of today's bracket.
I'm going to jump on board Avexys because he's been the guy on this instant time and time again. He's getting them coming out on top 2 rounds in a row, but he's finally stopped by Monkyz. He's going to choose to go ahead and try and flank Sleeafer, but by that time, Shock already nets the kills. Monkyz with the instance. Now his back's up against the wall, and this is where you can expect him to kind of run around and catch one of these players in a 1v1 situation, or at least the best situation in which he can.
And I was just saying how good Torque Bow is in, how it is in a 1v2. But when you have a Torque Bow in a 2v1, it's not as much of a factor. Because chances are the player that's alone isn't playing aggressive anyway. And he has incense. So this is going to be an interesting situation. Frag grenades in a play for Rise. Incense in play for Monkyz. He is going to miss one of his incense. And also, good job to Shock. Shout out to you getting 2 1v1s to break ice the last 2 rounds on Sleeafer. That's really all it takes to open up these 2v2 execution rounds. Just win that one fight on your side of the map.
Monkyz bouncing around, couple of frags coming in. Rise still unable to really connect with just anything. Quickly throwing that instant. Maybe a little ill-advised. Couple players full red. Avexys for a moment there looking like he was going to go down.
That was scary. That was really scary because they were running over the instant grenade on the floor as well.
Still 2.5 minutes left. Avexys not choosing to go around just yet. Torque Bow should be coming up. Instant should be coming up soon as well. So it's only a matter of time before Rise Nation eventually tries to push in towards the victory, and that's going to be killing Monkyz. That's where it's just slowing down just a little bit, waiting for both of these players.
The way Monkyz is playing too, you can't push him easily. Alright, good trade-off right there. A little bit of a bait and switch. Avexys hits full spread right after Shock hits full spread. But I was just going to say, the reason it's slowing down is because there's really no smart push for Rise Nation to make there. The best thing they could do is wait for more weapons or do a nice little bait and switch, which they did right there. Rise Nation going up 2-1. Great stuff to them. What's Ghost Gaming's answer right now? Can Sleeafer take out Shock mid-map? As I said, he lost the last 2 rounds in a fair 1v1.
I think
I'm gonna hop on board with Shock and see what they do in that fight.
Oh, nice back A by Sleeafer, capitalizing on Shock. He almost telegraphed that play, saw it coming from a mile away, but now it's where Avexys going to try and play aggressive, but Monkyz waiting for that shot, knows he has to up A into him, capitalizes, downs him in a matter of seconds.
That matchup in the middle is getting heated up right now. They're going back and forth. Sleeafer wins the first round, loses the next two, then wins the fourth round. And that 1v1 decides the round. So far, every player who's won that 1v1, his team has won that round. And right there, Shock getting a little aggressive going for that left hand back A, but Sleeafer timed his shot perfectly. Monkyz outplays Avexys for the instant grenades. But now Sleeafer's getting 2v1.
Wow.
Sleeafer. There's no way.
What? What? Monkyz, what are you doing?
Did he just team kill both of them?
Yes!
No, Monkyz, put away the incense in that situation. Please,
you gotta wonder what happened to Monkyz there. Everything was going their way, Sleeafer narrowly escaping death, but Monkyz was like, nah.
You know Sleeafer's upset right there. He goes, ay, coño, Monkyz. Ay, Dios mío, why, cabrón?
It cannot happen.
That was bad. That was really bad.
Well, Monkyz, he's making up for it. He quickly wins that 1v1 versus Avexys. Shock with a little bit of a mishap there, being forced to kind of hop back down. Unfortunate for Shock. Great plays by Ghost to kind of strike back in 23 seconds. But this easily could be a 4-2 in favor of Ghost Gaming. But now it's 3-3. It's all tied up. Ghost kind of looking, shaking their heads after that one. But you can't stop. You can't really dwell on it. You got to keep moving forward.
It happens. It happens. And I've always known the Ghost roster to be very easygoing. They're not the type to get too mad at each other. It happens. That's it. 3-3 now. The next team to win 2 rounds will win this first map. Avexys picks up the incense. Did he get away with him? I think he did. But because of that, Monkyz is able to cut quicker. Shock's able to pick up 1 kill, and that's a great job by Shock, making sure he gets away with at least a kill. And now Avexys has the advantage with that incense. That was a perfect incense, by the way, to make sure Sleeafer couldn't sit on that cover.
Yeah, he was kind of
very good
forced
trades
to go forward.
Yeah, that was great stuff. So Shock right there could have tried to run away, but he probably would have got caught running and got down. Instead, he cuts back, gets a kill right as he dies, has trust that Avexys will win the 1v1 with the incense. Rise now on map point on this first map.
Yep, I've been watching a lot of Avexys on that fight. Now it's time to see what Monkyz does on this instant fight, because right now, you mentioned time and time again, it's Avexys who's able to come out with those instants, but this time, Monkyz doing a great defense on the other side of the map. We got a little bit of a fight between Shock and Sleeafer going down.
Yeah, they're trading shots. As I said, those big blocks, they're a little bit harder to to steal a kill. You could just play Ring Around the Rosie. And now they're on opposite sides of each other's map. Great back A from Sleeafer. Can he close the kill? The melee! No! Shock gets the 2-piece. Sleeafer not able to close out the kill.
That melee was
so
quick.
good in this game.
You looked at him.
It stopped Sleeafer from shooting. It literally stunned him from cleaning up that kill. Wait.
Oh no, Monkyz shut down map number 1. Gonna go in favor of Rise Nation. Ghost Gaming looking like, it was gonna go their way up until the moment of a team kill coming out from Monkyz, basically solidifying an extra round in favor of Rise Nation. Types of things can't happen.
I'm really excited to see how this PGL season is going to play out. We're going to have our team set by the end of this weekend. But before that, shout outs to Funky Bunch putting on this little competitive 8-team invitational tournament. You guys weren't expecting to see this competitive gameplay on a beautiful Friday night, but you got it. You got it here thanks to Funky Bunch and our beautiful sponsors.
Interesting that the instant was a fight that was just right out of the gate, and Shock with a nice up A reaction shot, taking out Sleeafer. Monkyz all by his lonesome yet again, trying to press the tempo real quick, trying to catch Avexys off guard. You spoke about how big these covers were. It gives you an opportunity to try and make plays. A little bit of a reaction shot attempt by Monkyz, shut down by Avexys.
Great stuff right there from Rise Nation. In that 2v1, you see both of them pretty much just standing right next to each other. Even if Avexys does get up A right there, you would expect Shock to clean out that kill. Textbook 2v1 playing out. And yeah, I think Rise Shock fighting against Sleeafer is going to be the main fight. on this map to see where the ice is broken. And we saw them 1v1ing a lot on Exhibit as well, so I'm excited to see that rivalry continue to develop. Great shot coming out from Shock. He's going to pick up the incense. Monkyz gets the flank though. So now Shock's in a 1v2 situation. He is going to get taken down. Avexys should be able to steal the boom shot though. Now Avexys in a 1v2. Grabs the boom shot. He's full red. And now this has just became a much harder 1v2 for Ghost to win, but great angles coming out from Sleeafer. The exact type of player that I would expect to get that smart angle and not allow Avexys to retreat with boom shot. Tied up now, 1-1.
Great plays to really capitalize, not letting Avexys out. And to me, it didn't even seem like Avexys kind of even knew that guy was coming on his left. I do believe it might have been Monkyz with that Lancer fire with the pistol from Sleeafer. We were able to solidify that down, not letting him even get a lick of an attempt on a clutch play, but this is where it's
also heads up play from Monkyz flanking of Shock to start that round. That helped him get the 2v1.
Ooh, a nice rotation coming out from Shock. They're trying to 2v1 Monkyz, trying to catch him off guard. Boom shot is going to be picked up by Avexys. First instant, and he gets the Kobe! Tom Brady to Randy Moss, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man. What a beautiful incense from Sleeafer, but can he win the 1v1 versus Shock? Pushing on his left hand, he's gonna roll. He's full red. He doesn't get the one shot onto Shock. Shock was literally one pellet from dying. Beautiful try from Sleeafer. That incense was amazing. There's no way you practice an incense like that. There's not even a weapon mid-map. Normally in the pro scene and escalation, that was just sheer skill with the incense by Sleeafer. The 1v1 goes in favor of Shock by just the slightest of margin.
I honestly thought as soon as Monkyz rolled, Shock was going to kill him there, but yet another opportunity into this round. It does look like Shock is going to be an aggressor going forward, but time and time again, Shock likes to cut back. He likes to cut back on Monkyz, solidify this 1v1, and that way they can grab the boom shot.
Well, Monkyz was trying to flank Shock, but Shock got the call out from Avexys. No way he gets away with the boom. Beautiful headshots from Sleeafer. That is precision. And I said it before, Ghost Gaming Sleeafer is the precision. He is the marks of player for his team, but his Lancer looking beautiful there. Without those headshots, he doesn't get that.
Yeah, I was about to say it. That's something you guys can actually notice, how he kind of, I don't want to say curve, but like he just aimed up a little bit more to make sure he got those headshots. Like it wasn't that the recoil did it. It was he made sure to get those headshots. He was exactly aiming for that type of thing.
Great stuff from Sleeafer. Such a well-rounded player. Can he continue the momentum though? Take out Shock. It's going to be hard to pick up those incense with Shock with the high ground. Avexys and Monkyz having their slow 1v1 on those fat covers. It's so hard to solidify it. Both 1v1 slowing down here.
Yep. And that's typically what you see as rounds go on in execution styles. You see the strategy develop. You see players begin to adapt. You see them change things up. They're not necessarily throwing the same flashbangs or smokes that they were rounds prior, and they're making sure each and every shot they shoot is as accurate as they can be. You see Avexys and Monkyz with this 1v1 going down. Typically you see Shock with the flank, but Shock positioned himself in a way that he can't necessarily go for the flank, and with that opening, Monkyz! He's going to go ahead and try and get that boom shot, and Sleeafer down by Shock. That's why he kind of killed himself. He had no real other choice, and I do like the play because that gives Shock one less ensign with boom shot in the hands of Monkyz. He's going to have to go forward. He's going to have to try and make it happen. Unable to connect with the first boom shot, but as long as you get one of them, it's not the worst thing that can happen, but he finally gets taken out. The Rise Nation being the team to beat here in their finals.
Yeah, that was very well played by Rise. Good job by Shock also taking out Sleeafer, even though Sleeafer had the incense. Rise is playing very good right now. They want to win this tournament.
Wrap up those lances, people!
Another round in the books, Sleeafer versus Shock. I want to jump on board Shock, because like I said, it's usually Shock who makes these cutbacks, makes these plays, and tries to cut back to help Avexys, but he goes for that quick pick on the incense.
Do you think he meant to fake throw it there?
Possibly.
That is an input some of the pro players use.
How do you do it, Jordan?
You have to cancel the animation by like wall bouncing or roadie running. So you hit the R trigger, but then you immediately tap A.
Okay.
I think you have to roadie run. I don't think you can wall bounce. But he wall bounced there, so who knows. Now in a 2v1 situation, Rise Nation has won all their 2v1s as far as I can remember. The Sleeafer's in a very tough spot. Oh, one shot down! And he survives the first boom shot. And he tries to bait out the second one. That cutback is going to get blown up. Avexys, great composure. I think Sleeafer needs to just hop down into the middle pit there. That cutback, it's very rare that that's going to work. Great try, though. He got a beautiful one-shot down onto Shock. You know Shock was like, really one shot down? Really, Sleeafer? On 100 ping, Sleeafer.
He charged up that shot, hit him with a Kamehameha in the gut. But with map point in favor of Rise Nation. Once again, Shock being the aggressor. He's not scared of any of these fights. And we have a little bit of an audible coming out from Ghost Gaming. Monkyz, he's going to choose to fight towards that instant. And Sleeafer first-blooded again. Avexys making short work of that. He has the boom shot in his hand. Monkyz knows he needs to press this fight. He needs to make it happen. Nice back A, taking out Shock. But now he's one-on-one with the boom shot. Avexys has 2 opportunities to blow him to smithereens.
Yeah, best case scenario, really, Monkyz just gets away with a stalemate here. And Avexys missing that first boom. That's half the problem out of the way. Realistically, Monkyz doesn't have many plays here to win this round. He just has to keep his distance. And he's going to cut back. That's not going to work. Avexys, again, I think Monkyz was hoping that Avexys had incense out.
Yep.
But Avexys threw 1 incense and then pulled out the boom shot. Avexys has been a great closer on all of these rounds. We saw it in Exhibit, and we saw it again there, making sure to close out these rounds. Because he's a rat.
Yeah, why you let Fran do that?
Because he's a rat. He probably look, he likes it. He came in and put it in the chat. So yeah, Avexys versus Monkyz up top for the sniper. Sleeafer versus Shock down low for the boom shot.
Talked about it being up top, but I talked about Rise Nation being the team known for this type of thing. Quickly picking up the nades. Lantern while full red. He doesn't really know where to go. Sleeafer should get taken out. So the quick lead goes over to Rise Nation, and they can't even really snipe the boom shot. This is what I was expecting to see in the last matchup when we saw this match. Because of that tombstone blocking the path, they kind of have to maneuver and rotate in order to get that headshot on the pyro weapon.
And there's no way Rise will do this every round. But that was a beautiful time to run that little 2v1 for boom shot. Take the first round of this third map. Rise Nation is so on point right now today in this 2v2 execution. They better transfer this over this weekend because this is a big weekend if they want to qualify for Pro League.
Yep. See it happening time and time again. Rise Nation, you know, beginning to pull away with this one. You saw Ghost Gaming go up in that semifinals match, completely dominating the opposition. Hey, you gotta wonder, if the match is a little bit closer, do you think they warm up? Do you think they play a little bit differently? Because in this match, it's almost all Rise all the way. It's only a matter of time here before one play is going to be made. Avexys trying to throw that shot, goes for the melee, misses it.
That's what you get, Avexys, you beat button mashing bastard. But Sleeafer needs to win his 1v1. He doesn't. Shock taking him out. Beautiful stuff from Shock, and now Shock's going to be able to secure the boom shot. Monkyz should have went for an angle maybe. Trying to help him. Now 1v1, sniper versus boom shot. Monkyz versus Shock.
Yep. And I talked about it. You saw a perfect example of it right there. When you pick up that sniper, you can't get a quick headshot on that boom shot. That gives you a little bit of an upper hand. But no, what? I honestly don't even know what I just saw. Was that a back A with the boom shot?
I think it was. Alright.
I need to see that clip, Shock.
Shock, you're a madman.
I need to see that clip.
Beautiful stuff from Shock. Winning 2 back-to-back 1v1s. Now, Rise Nation up 2-0. Ghost, you have to answer back right here, right now. And we're seeing both players, usually at the sniper fight, Ghost and Avexys. And Monkyz actually breaks ice on Avexys. But Shock again, getting aggressive on Sleeafer. Sleeafer not being able to secure his life. Now it's going to be a 1v1. Can Shock get another 1v2 clutch? Oh, Monkyz with the beautiful shotgun shots is going to secure the round. 2-1 in favor of Rise. That was crazy. Not only did Monkyz go towards the middle of the map instead of sniper, but Avexys did it again. Or Avexys did it too. I wonder if that's going to be like the new initial strategy instead of fighting for sniper.
I mean, to me, it seems like it's more of a strategy than on bunker because of that wide open ability to kind of headshot the guy that picks up drop. But from there, you know, there's so much cover towards that top side of the sniper to where It's almost, you have to plan it with your other teammate in order to make a play like that. That's why it's called this trick strat. But Monkyz and Avexys are fighting towards the top side. Shock versus Sleeafer towards the low side. Shock does look like he has the upper hand and wins that fight yet again. And with Avexys winning that fight, that's another round for Rise Nation. 3-1 lead. They're pulling away with this one, Jordan, and it's not even looking close.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, you know, Shock is lucky that my boy Sleeafer has 100 ping. I'm just going to say it. Okay.
Ooh.
Nah, good stuff to Rise. Great stuff to Rise. You know. You know.
And they earned it nonetheless. You see again, I want to jump on board Sleeafer. How is he going to change things up? He's actually saving his Shock a little bit. Shock actually using his Shock towards the frag grenades, doing a little bit of trick shot. Avexys let him in. Shock just showing no respect, showing no fear, quickly just gets in Sleeper's space, takes him out, leaving Monkyz all by his lonesome. And luckily for Monkyz, the train gets in Shock's way. He can't shoot the boom shot, allowing Monkyz to win that 1v1 against Avexys.
Convenient train right there. Who was driving that train? Was it Idenim's driving that train?
It probably was.
Or was it Dezenide? I think it was Dezo.
Coach Crazy Train. That's who it was.
Right. Alright, 1v1 situation coming out. I think Monkyz is going to play for a draw here, but he doesn't know where Shock is.
Shock's going to have to shoot a boom. He's going to have to shoot a boom long range or an ill-advised boom to make it happen. Monkyz has an opportunity, the ability to just kind of run.
He might have an angle from the top. Oh, and he launches it, almost getting the kill.
He's going to have to do it again.
3 seconds. Monkyz, run. Vamos, Monkyz. And he gets the stalemate.
That's the difference, ladies and gentlemen, you know, between a boom shot and a drop shot. You know, Monkyz is doing everything he can to not give up another round, because I spoke about this earlier on in the tournament. You don't want to trail. You don't want the other team to get match point, because that does things to you in the head. You might not make the same plays. You might be a little bit hesitant to make certain moves if you know the other team is on match point. So great plays by Monkyz to take a 1v2 and draw the play out.
And now I'm seeing Monkyz come over towards this boom shot fight. Sleeafer isn't confident right now versus Shock. But as I said before, Sleeafer does have 100 ping. That has to come into play. This is an online tournament. There is some money on the line. But Ghost right now is getting taken out. Beautiful two-shot down, though, coming out from Sleeafer. He's going to tie it up, make this a 1v1 situation. Shock is going to have to keep his eye on that sniper rifle with the boom shot to make sure Sleeafer doesn't grab it. And that boom actually full-redded him, delayed. And he throws the frag to make sure he doesn't pick up the snipe. Very heads-up play from Shock.
You want me to tell you how Shock can win this game right now? Oh, no, not like that. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say he needs to push up on Sleeafer, nade his exit, and force Sleeafer to do one of those plays where he suicides with the boom. And then he needs to you know, hit a good boom shot.
You're right though. He'd be in a much better spot right now if he still had that boom or that grenade.
Yeah, so like right here's a perfect example. He could throw the nade on the right, force him to roll to the left, but since he kind of wasted that grenade, nonetheless, Shock making it happen, being very patient. Shows the skills of a pro player. Patience, ladies and gentlemen. You got to make sure you time your shots correctly, especially with the boom shot in Gears of War 5, where it's a little underwhelming. It's not as big of an explosion as it is in past Gears of Wars, which I assume a buff eventually in the future might come out. But until then, you got to make sure you're very, very accurate with your shots.
Tournament point for Rise Nation. What can Monkyz and Sleeafer do to turn the tides? It might be too little too late. I'm on board with Shock versus Monkyz. Big 1v1 coming out. Meanwhile, Sleeafer does steal the sniper from Avexys, and I don't think Avexys is going to be able to chase him down, but he's going to try. Sleeafer gets the shot melee. 2v1 advantage of Ghost. Ghost does win a round. 4-2 right now. They need to win 3 straight now if they want to force a 4th map. Can they do it, Jacob? Do you have faith?
I have faith that they can do it. I have faith they have the talent to make it happen. It's just a matter of can or will they make it happen. Monkyz 5-4, Sleeafer 2-6. Both players got to basically step it up for their respective teams. I'm going to jump on board Monkyz. You see Avexys hopping over into Ensigns, or I should say into the frags, and that's a nice shock by Monkyz to try and basically help out his teammates, and Shock's doing what he can to try and put Monkyz in such a weird spot. Frag's gonna be in phase of Shock, but Monkyz winning that exchange. It's gonna be up to Sleeafer to stay alive, and no, he's not gonna be able to stay alive. So Avexys versus Monkyz 1v1. Headshots with the Lancer, not enough. Flash coming out, but he's not gonna be able to connect with anything just yet. I thought it was a Shock, that's why he threw it, but no, it is not. Avexys, one boom shot left, 45 seconds left. Train is coming as well. This could be the opportunity Monkyz needs to get out, because if he stays in the train, that's an opportunity for Avexys to push up.
He can't push that though. He really can't.
Now you can.
He has a better chance pushing without the trains there, yeah. But this is still a really hard situation. Like I said earlier, Monkyz' best bet is just getting a draw here. Wow!
No!
He just beamed him! Was that even active?
That was active headshots. Active headshots completely melted Avexys to a puddle of nothing.
Wow. Avexys losing a 1v1 with boom shot. Monkyz with the laser beam of a Lancer. Now one more round and they tie it up 4-4. The momentum has clearly switched. Monkyz winning 2 1v1s that round. Now it's going to be Sleeafer coming over towards the sniper rifle, fighting against Shock. Both teams have switched their initial places multiple times. Interesting.
Wow, Shock is finding a player on his right hand, or the player's right hand, so this is a little bit of an uphill battle for Shock. Sleeafer, he's going to slowly move towards Shock, but Shock's going to try and use his movement and fake him out. That way he can cut back and land a good, crispy shot. Monkyz, on the other hand, is in a fight of his own, taken out by Avexys. That's going to force
up to Sleeafer.
Force Sleeafer forward against a boom shot, against 2 members of Rise Nation. Possibly the 2 best members of Rise Nation. Sleeafer has no choice but to hold forward.
And there's boom. Avexys is there. He misses. Sleeafer gets the chunk and hops over cover. He's full red. Can he do it? Shock to see to hit one shot, and he does it. Great try from Sleeafer, but Rise Nation's gonna take the first ever Funky Bunch Gears tournament. Great try from Sleeafer. Wow, he outplayed Avexys so bad, but he couldn't get away from Shock, the closer.
I have this smile on my face. Oh, Rise won. We got to redo the match, guys. We got to No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations, like Rib said, to Rise Nation winning the first ever Funky Bunch Gears 2v2 Showdown Invitational, brought to you by